You have tried volumizing sprays, thickening shampoos, and every trick your stylist suggested, and your hair still looks flat, sparse, and nothing like what you imagined when you walked into that salon. Let's change that today. Because the right short hairstyle does not just look good, it completely rewrites how people see your age. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work instantly. Today we are perfecting 3 stunning short hairstyles designed specifically for fine, thinning hair over 60. And by part 3, you will want to pause and show your stylist this video. I mean it. We are covering everything. The styles that add fullness, the cuts that frame your face beautifully, and the one finishing technique in part 2 that makes fine hair look twice as thick on camera and in real life. The very first style? It is the one most women overlook entirely, and it may be the most flattering thing you have ever worn. Part 1. The textured pixie with soft volume. You have walked past women your age who somehow look effortlessly chic with short hair, and quietly wondered why yours never looks like that. Here is the truth no one says out loud. Most women with fine thinning hair over 60 are choosing styles that fight their hair instead of working with it. And that one mismatch is adding years they have not earned. The textured pixie with soft volume is the style that changes everything. Not the flat, helmet-like pixie from decades ago. A modern version, lived in, light, and layered in a way that creates the illusion of density where your hair is thinnest. This is the one that made a close friend of mine stop mid-sentence and ask what on earth her stylist had been doing to her all these years. The mistake most women make with the pixie is asking for it too short at the crown. When the crown is cut too close, it lies flat. Flat equals thin. And thin equals older. Your bone structure deserves better than that. The fix? Ask your stylist for graduated layers that build height specifically at the top. Not volume spray. Not backcombing. Structure cut directly into the shape. That lift comes from the scissors, not the product shelf. If you have been wearing a flat cropped style for years, swap it for a textured pixie with height. The difference is immediate and visible in every photo. Keep the texture fresh with a light matte paste. Not gel, never gel, just enough to define the layers without weighing them down. One small appointment every 5 to 6 weeks keeps this style looking intentional rather than grown out. You needed to hear this. The textured pixie respects your natural elegance and gives your fine hair a structure it has never had before. And the next style? It is the one women in their 60s are requesting at salons across the world right now. And for very good reason. Part 2. The feathered bob with face framing layers. Have you ever left a salon with a bob that looked perfect in the chair and completely flat the moment you got home? That is not bad luck. That is a structural problem. And it is more common with fine hair over 60 than most stylists admit. The feathered bob with face framing layers solves exactly this. It is not the blunt, heavy bob that pulls fine hair down and exposes thinning at the crown. It is a lighter, softer version, with feathered ends and carefully placed layers that lift the hair away from the face and add movement exactly where you need it most. Honestly, the blunt bob is one of the most common mistakes I see on women with fine hair, and I completely understand why. It photographs beautifully on thick hair, but on fine hair, it creates weight without volume. And weight without volume flattens the silhouette entirely. There is one finishing technique that changes how your hair reads both on camera and in person. And it takes your stylist approximately 4 minutes to do. Ask for point cut ends. Not blunt scissor cuts across the bottom, point cutting, where the scissors move into the ends at an angle, creating feathered movement. That subtle difference makes fine hair appear twice as full at the ends. Twice. If you are still wearing a heavy blunt bob with no layering, swap it for a feathered version with face framing pieces that fall just forward of the cheekbone. Those beautiful eyes of yours deserve a frame that draws attention upward, not a curtain that pulls the gaze down. Maintain this style with a lightweight volumizing mousse applied only to the roots before diffusing. Never apply product through the lengths. That is what collapses fine hair midday. This one is everything. The feathered bob works beautifully on oval, heart, and square faces. And the third style coming up? It is the one most women have never considered, and it is honestly the boldest, most elegant option of all 3. Part 3. The tapered nape with crown fullness. Most women never even consider this style. And that is exactly why the women who wear it always get noticed. The tapered nape with crown fullness is what happens when a master stylist understands fine hair at a cellular level. It keeps the sides and nape close and clean, almost sculpted, while building deliberate fullness and shape at the crown. The result is a silhouette that photographs like a woman with twice as much hair as she actually has. Here is what most women do not realize. When fine hair is left long at the nape, it has nothing to hold on to. It hangs. Hanging hair reads as sparse because it catches light unevenly. But when the nape is tapered close and the weight is removed from the bottom, the hair you do have has no choice but to rise. That is physics working in your favor. The mistake women make is believing they need more hair to look full. You do not. You need a better shape. Ask your stylist for a graduated taper at the nape, close but not shaved, transitioning into added length and volume at the crown. The crown layer should be 1.5 to 2 inches longer than the sides. That contrast creates an architectural lift that no volumizing product can replicate. If you have been wearing your hair the same length all the way around for years, swap it for a tapered nape with crown height. The transformation is immediate. Your natural elegance does not need more hair. It needs the right architecture around it. Yes, that's simple. Maintain this cut every 4 weeks at the nape. The taper grows out faster than any other part of the style. And keeping it clean is what keeps the whole silhouette looking deliberate and polished. This is the style that makes strangers assume you have a personal stylist. And honestly, with the right cut, you basically do. Part 4. Styling, color, and the finishing details that seal it all. You have the 3 styles. Now here is the part no one talks about. The finishing layer that separates a good haircut from one that genuinely turns heads. Because here is the truth. Even the most beautifully cut short hairstyle can collapse by noon if the styling and color decisions are working against your hair type. And for fine hair over 60, those decisions matter more than they ever did before. The single biggest styling mistake women with fine thinning hair make is applying product to wet hair from root to tip. That one habit weighs down every layer you just paid your stylist to build. Apply product at the roots only, or at the ends only, never both at the same time. There is one color decision that changes how full your hair looks from across a room, and it has nothing to do with going lighter or darker. Dimension. Specifically, 2 to 3 tones placed strategically around the crown and face frame. Flat single process color, no matter how beautifully chosen, removes the light and shadow play that makes hair appear thick. Multitonal color restores it. That contrast between tones is what tricks the eye into seeing fullness that was not there before. Honestly, I wish someone had told me about tonal dimension 20 years ago. It is the quietest transformation you will ever make. And somehow everyone around you notices something has shifted without being able to name what it is. If you are still using a flat all-over color, swap it for a soft multitonal technique with 2 or 3 complementary shades around the face. The before and after is not subtle. It is remarkable. Finish every style with a light hold flexible hairspray. Never stiff, never crunchy, misted from 8 inches above the hair. That distance ensures even coverage without flattening the lift your cut created. 1 pass is enough. 2 is too many. This is the one that ties all 3 styles together and makes the whole look feel intentional from every angle. You just learned 3 complete short hairstyles: the textured pixie, the feathered bob, and the tapered nape, plus the styling and color finishing secrets that most women spend years discovering alone. Boom! Your bone structure was always this stunning. Now it finally has a cut that proves it. These are not trends. They are timeless silhouettes designed around the way fine hair actually behaves after 60. And now you know exactly what to ask for at your next appointment. Tell me in the comments, which of these 3 styles are you most excited to try? And have you been making any of these styling mistakes without realizing it? Drop it below. I read every single one. Next time, we are uncovering the 5 makeup mistakes that are silently aging fine-featured women over 60. And one of them is something almost every woman does every single morning without thinking twice. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.